What's up guys, my name is Yang Cheng and I'm a Year 2 computer science student studying at the National University of Singapore. Today I'll be sharing with you how I got an overseas internship and moved to the dream city New York for a year. Currently I'm in the NUS program, NUS Overseas Colleges. So if you're in NUS, this is probably the easiest way that you can get an overseas internship. For those of you who are in other universities, I'm sure there are similar programs and the tips and advice I have will probably help you guys out as well. Before I get into the tips I have for you guys, I should tell you a bit more about the NUS program. So the NUS program is an entrepreneurship program which sends students overseas on a full-time internship while studying at the same time. So keep that in mind, as it is important to know that the program is focused on entrepreneurship and your internship. And also I just want to add in a disclaimer that this is what worked for me and what I think got me into the program, but it might not be what NUS thinks. So here are the 5 steps that I took to get an overseas internship in New York under the NUS program. Number 1, be proactive. If you are not in university yet, this is the perfect time for you to start. For me, I started learning coding while I was still in national service, even before university started. And that kind of gave me the opportunity to develop a few software for a small company in Singapore, which my friends and I eventually decided to try and sell this software to companies we felt like were facing similar problems, but we failed badly. And also that was when I realized that we didn't have any knowledge on entrepreneurship, but it turned out to be a valuable experience and a good story to tell when I write down my entrepreneurship aspirations for NUS application and also answering questions during NUS interview. So remember, be proactive, start early. This will give you a head start in university which you can take advantage of to continue building on the advantage. And if you are already in university, that is fine. You can always start your own side project during your free time to gain more experience. Number 2 will be checking the requirements for NUS. I did this right after I entered NUS because I wanted to go for the NUS program as early as possible. So different faculties will have their own different basic requirements. For me, one of the major requirements was to have 70 modular credits completed before I could apply for NUS. This is why I overloaded for the first 3 semesters of school to complete 72 modular credits and apply for NUS in Year 2 Semester 1. And now here I am in New York in Year 2 Semester 2. All applicants for NUS will also need to submit 2 testimonials, which I'll be covering in the next point. Number 3 will be to fill up your resume. Try to go for internships whenever you have the opportunity to. For me, I completed 2 internships in my first year of school and worked on some simple game projects during my own free time. These internships will not only make you more attractive to NUS because they have to find an overseas company to hire you as their intern, they also help you when you need the 2 testimonials. So the 2 testimonials should only come from professors, teaching assistant, or your superiors at work. So if you do not have as much internship experience, do make sure that you build a relationship with your teaching assistant and professors in school, because you never know when you need their help. And also your side projects can be a way to show your interest in a certain field of work or a certain industry. Moving on to number 4 will be to prepare well for the interview. I think everyone who meets the basic requirements will be able to get an interview with NUS. Initially, I wrote down all the questions that I could possibly think of and wrote down the responses to each one of them. It got really tiring and I burnt out answering so many questions. So I sought help from my friend and my brother, and that was when I learned how to craft a story about myself specifically for the interview. All the points that I've mentioned previously, like going for internships, having your own side projects, having entrepreneurship experiences, starting early, being proactive, will all contribute to your story. And knowing your story well will help you to answer any questions the interviewers throw at you. So take me as an example. I used my internship to show that I'm proficient in tech development, my failed entrepreneurship experience to show my interest in entrepreneurship, and my initiative to learn coding before university to show my willingness to learn. What you have done will act as evidence to support your points when you answer the questions in the interview. And also you can just add in some personal thoughts and unique circumstances here and there to add like a personal touch and make the story truly your own. So with a well-crafted story, you can go to the interview confidently and show them what you are good at and what you want to achieve. And number 5, last but not least, be genuine. You have to be genuine while crafting your story, as it is so easy to catch someone bullshitting during an interview and you don't want that to be you. So just be yourself, be confident, be comfortable during the interview, and don't try to be anybody else because that will most likely just screw things up. That is all the tips and advice I have for you guys today, and if you want to see more of such content, do consider subscribing and leave a comment down below what you want to see next. We out.